Good morning, Life Point Church, and happy Labor Day. Welcome to another week, our first full week of September. I'm very excited that you've joined me this morning. Today we're going to be talking about a French man who made history when he became a friend to General George Washington. Maybe you've heard that name before. This Frenchman has an interesting story. He was born to the French nobility. He decided at a very young age to volunteer his services to the American fight for independence. He found the fight that we were fighting very fascinating and decided to join in and fight with us. He traveled to America to volunteer his services. When the Continental Congress met Lafayette and heard of his desire to serve without pay as an officer in the army, they immediately made him a major general. This was a young man who knew what it meant to fight for independence and wanted to get involved in what was going on, even without pay. Lafayette met General George Washington, and friendship developed between the two men that lasted throughout the rest of Washington's lifetime. How strong the bond between these two men became. In December of 1777, during something we know as Valley Forge, General George Washington was there with his men. Maybe you've heard the story how they were very low on supplies, and there was even a mutiny that was started among the men who said, maybe we need a different leader. Maybe George Washington shouldn't be our leader. These men ended up going to Lafayette and asking him if they would join with them in trying to change the leadership and oust Mr. George Washington. Instead, he not only turned them down, but also wrote a letter to Washington pledging his unfailing loyalty to them. This young man said, no, my loyalty is with General Washington. My friendship with him is more important than the possibility of advancing my career. Friends do that. They stand by their friends. They don't look for ways to benefit themselves at the expense of their friend. And they don't join with others who are plotting against their friend. When others try to get you, maybe you've been in a situation where we decided to have a talk down about a friend day, or maybe you were in a conversation and it turned suddenly and we were ripping apart someone, or we were teasing someone, or we were doing something that triggered something inside of you and said, this isn't right, that's my friend. And when that happens, make sure you stand up for that person. Not only don't be part of it, but also say, hey, this isn't right. Loyalty matters. We need to be loyal to each other, especially as the body of Christ. Christ has always been loyal to me when I didn't deserve it, when he shouldn't have been, when he should have walked away. He stayed loyal to me. I'm going to stay loyal to him and stay loyal to his body through the church. Our verse today is Proverbs 24:21, which says, my son, fear or respect the Lord as well as the king, and don't associate with rebels. So be careful the company you keep today, and always stick up for your friends. God bless you. Have a wonderful and safe Labor Day.